What's up everyone, my name is Talmadge with Big Bro Security, back with another video, and in today's video we are going to be covering the top 5 cybersecurity news items from the past week of October 4th through October 10th. Let's get into it. So the first bit of news is that Google is planning to enroll nearly 150 million users into their two-factor authentication program automatically by the end of the year. Two-factor authentication is essentially you have your password like you've always done for your Google account, but then you'll also have to have a phone that receives a text message with the code to enter in for you to log into your account, or maybe a Gmail app or a YouTube app where you'll click yes, this is me when you sign in. This is to reduce compromised accounts because it's really hard to compromise an account when it has two-factor authentication enabled, because you'll have to have the device and the credentials, which is extremely hard to do unless you're like a pickpocket and you also are a cyber criminal at the same time, which is a rare combination, at least I would assume. They're also planning to require at least 2 million YouTube creators to enroll in that same two-factor authentication program for their channels as well. The second piece of news is that Apache warns that there is a zero-day exploit being exploited in the wild. They did release patches for this, so if you're running Apache, make sure you upgrade it as soon as possible. This exploit is because there was a flaw in a change made to path normalization in Apache HTTP Server 2.4.49 that allowed attackers to use a path traversal attack to map URLs to files outside the expected document route. Yes, I'm reading that because it's a lot of specific things going on there. If files outside of the document route are not protected by a require all denied, these requests can be completed, and this could potentially leak interpreted files such as CGI files on your server if you're not careful and if the right precautions aren't taken. However, the update does fix this, so that is really good. This flaw is being actively exploited in the wild as a zero-day vulnerability. Apache has released the patch, so make sure to apply that patch because this is a remote code execution level vulnerability, at least according to a proof of concept that I found, that if mod CGI is enabled on the Apache server, would allow an attacker to achieve remote code execution, which is like the worst of the worst when it comes to vulnerabilities. If you have remote code execution, you must patch or take your system offline or something like that, because an attacker could easily exploit it. So make sure you patch your Apache systems if you're running Apache. If you're not, all's good. You're just informed. The next bit of news is a 125 gigabyte worth of data leak from Twitch onto a 4chan board. This is Twitch, the big streaming platform. I'm sure you've heard of it. But the leak includes the entirety of Twitch's source code, all the way back with commit history, all the way back to the very beginnings of Twitch. Proprietary SDKs and services used by Twitch, an unreleased Steam competitor known as Vapor that Amazon gaming team was working on building, and I guess maybe they never released it. It has information on other Twitch services like IGDB and CurseForge, payouts to influencers from 2019 to 2021 on the platform, mobile, desktop, and console Twitch clients, and some internal red teaming tools designed to help improve the security of Twitch. This is a pretty big leak. It was leaked on a 4chan board. I don't have like a copy of the files or anything, but I just saw it and heard about it. And so I decided I would deliver that news onto you just for your information, so that way you know. So far as everyone has been made aware, there is no leaking of credentials or passwords in the Twitch leak as of now, which is really good. That means your user data is safe, unless you happen to be a creator and got paid money, and then everybody will know how much you got paid. But other than that, everything is good and you don't have anything to really worry about personally affecting you, unless you're a Twitch employee who did some sort of misconfiguration that led to that, and then in case, best of luck to you. For the next piece of news, we have some apt action. A new advanced persistent threat group is targeting fuel, energy, and aviation industries. This group is called Camel Gang, or Chamel Gang, CHAMEL Gang, and it's named because of its chameleon-like tendencies to disguise its malware as legitimate services from, say, Microsoft, Trend Micro, Google, etc. They primarily like to use supply chain attacks. They have used the proxy chain vulnerabilities and the Microsoft Exchange Exchange server vulnerabilities from just a while ago. They attacked an energy company that is unnamed using a Red Hat JBoss enterprise application vulnerability to remotely execute commands and deploy malicious payloads with elevated privileges and deploy a backdoor known as DoorMe. They also used proxy shell flaws again to attack a Russian aviation production sector company. They dropped web shells, conducted recon, and again deployed the backdoor known as DoorMe. The fifth bit of news today is that a ransomware group known as Fin12 has been targeting some healthcare targets. This ransomware group has been linked with the Ryuk ransomware, but they're a little bit unique in their systems as far as the way that they tend to compromise entities, where they will purchase access to an entity's networks and then go in and put their ransomware in and infect the network. They've also used phishing campaigns along with using things like TrickBot. They tend to prioritize speed and higher revenue victims. One interesting bit about this ransomware group though is they rarely engage in data theft extortion like some ransomware groups do. So basically they're just encrypting the data and then holding that for ransom. And they want targets who have a lot of high revenue, and so therefore will pay them a lot of money, that kind of thing. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already for more content. I'm planning to start doing these cybersecurity news videos weekly every Monday. If you guys are interested and enjoy it and want to stay up to date on cybersecurity news, be sure to subscribe. Let me know if I should continue this series in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.